Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 142 of the Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. Today we're talking about, and we're focusing on this month, the physical area and aspect of our life framework. And I've got that right here. The different areas of the life framework. I use a 9-part life framework now to set my goals, set my objectives, to set my direction, and try to add a frame around and to declutter and de-chaos a lot of what is our everyday life. Physical well-being, physical health. That's what we're focusing on this month, the month of May, for the challenge. And today's exercise is one of my favorite tools because it has helped me to learn so much about myself. And that's what we're here for, right? To understand how we can be the best possible version of ourselves and to experience life as only we uniquely can. I don't know if that's what everybody thinks or feels or believes, but that's what I believe now, based on my 63 years of experience, is good, bad, and ugly. They've taught me that that's truly important, and that we are here to experience life and contribute to life in the world in a positive way in our own unique and special way. It's different for each and every one of us. And so today we're going to talk about the Lifeline exercise. This is my Lifeline. This is the first graphic I created in 2021 and in 2020, actually, when we were doing the Get Up and Go challenge. Every other month, we would do a 30+ day challenge to try to keep us getting up and going and moving forward in our life when so much in the world had changed and was shutting us down. And so in order to keep moving forward, I started doing that challenge, and that morphed into, and I'd already been doing an annual challenge, but that morphed into last year's annual challenge, which was the do one thing every day that continuously improves you, the BU 365-day challenge, and this year's challenge, the Get Your Goals annual challenge. Thank you to Chad Hanna, a friend of mine who I was in an annual challenge with, and geez, probably 2018. We did an annual Facebook challenge with a group of people from on the internet, and 2 Comic Club winner in ClickFunnels had started that. If you know what that is, it doesn't really matter. It's just an award in a marketing company. And one of the people that won an award and was a leader and is a leader in that organization did because he wanted to get more comfortable doing video, an annual challenge where we all got on live every single day in the group and did a video. So that was interesting. It was an interesting challenge. So what is our Lifeline? What is a Lifeline exercise? A Lifeline exercise is just like a timeline you learned in history class. You put the year you were born, at least I put the year I was born, 1960, and then I write key milestones on the different years, and I graph them. I used to graph my overall feeling about my life, but that was too complicated. There were too many things interacting. So as I started to think about the life framework, I began graphing each of the different areas and aspects and the key points, or how I experienced or felt about that event based on my physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution areas and aspects of my life. So an event might my biggest personal physical event in my life so far has been my sudden cardiac arrest. I dropped dead in 2010 and am one of the very few fortunate to still be here after such an event. And so that had a huge impact on my life. So that's a huge spot in my personal timeline. Now, how did that impact me financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally? With respect to contribution. And then in 2021, following the pandemic, I added confidence and communication to my life framework. So we'll talk about those in the next couple of months. But this month, we're looking at the big events in our life. We put them on this line, and then I just use a really short description of what they are. Let me share some of mine on here so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. I was born, obviously. When I was 2, I fell off a trike and I ripped my face open. So that was a significant emotional event. When I was 3, I cracked my head open and had to get a bunch of stitches in the back of my head. And then I have other illnesses, other ailments, different things mapped out on here. And what I do then is every month when we're looking at a different area and aspect of our life, I say, okay, this month, how did that impact me physically? And I just graph high, low. The line across the top I do as the ultimate best 100% I guess, perfect way I would want to be and feel about that event. So what are we going to do today? If you've never done a timeline exercise, you're going to do just like I did. You're going to put the year you were born and then a big line across the bottom of a piece of paper out to 2023. And I always make sure I include an arrow that continues because I don't plan on expiring in 2023. And I would imagine you don't either. So map out key physical events, key physical things in your life. If you've had major illnesses, those should go on your timeline. If you've had, any surgeries or things like that, any accidents, like I have car accidents, any type of accidents, if you ever broke something, and then also put the positive events on there, the big things that happened that you remember. And this is a living, breathing document. I add to my timeline all the time. I actually have this one just to show because I can hold it up, but I have a big project board that I created last year, the year before, with all of these on there and my graphs, my changes. And I'm on that. And I look at it at least once a month as part of this challenge, but usually more often than that, when something big happens, like I just had heart surgery, or not heart surgery, I just had my ICD replaced a couple of weeks ago today. I get to take my bandages off today. I put that on the event because it's important, and it had an impact on me emotionally, physically for sure, but also emotionally, spiritually, financially, not so much. But it impacts different areas and aspects of my life. Have I contributed as much the last couple of weeks? I've tried, but I've probably definitely backed off and not done as much as I normally do because of the surgery and recovery, etc. So that's our action item today. Just think about and look at the physical area and aspect of your life and how that applies to your lifeline or your timeline of events that have happened in your life. And then just share one thing that you notice, hey, every time I've had an accident or I'm sick, I'll notice I'm having a really stressful thing that's going on in my life. That's happened to me. That's one of the aha things that I've had, is that every time something physically has gone wrong with me or I've had an accident, there's been something going on in my life that was either emotionally or mentally or spiritually super duper stressful or bad, as I defined bad, right? Because we define it our own way. And I noticed that connection. So now whenever I see myself getting stressed or in a difficult, challenging situation, I make sure some of the first things I do are breathe, meditate, think about, focus on solutions and positives so that I don't get to the level of stress that I might get in an accident or something. So that's it. That's our action item for today. Any questions, hit me up. Again, if you use this exercise, it's kind of like gratitude. Somebody reminded me of gratitude in a post this morning. I don't look at my LinkedIn in the morning, but I did today. And I think it's because it's one of those secret tools and secret weapons that all of us can use, but most of us just don't bother, or we forget that we have them available. And then we put ourselves at a disadvantage because there's things that we could do every day that are really simple and easy to make our life better and to make it a heck of a lot more fun and less stressful. And that all enhances our physical well-being and health. All right, have a great day. I will be with you tomorrow.